Today's lecture of the e-commerce is on the topic web-based e-commerce. So topics to be covered in this lecture is need of web-based e-commerce, characteristics of PR site, marketing site and sales site, portal and its types, selection and registration of a domain. So need for web-based businesses. Businesses that generate their revenue directly from their website fall into the web-based business category. Such businesses are typically online retailers offering various products for sale from an online catalog. Nowadays, this web-based business is in the boom. Everyone is selling the product on web. Second point, e-commerce is a way of doing business by enabling better interaction among customers, business partners, and business relationship managers using electronic tools. Web-based e-commerce is one of the fastest growing segments of the technology that defines the business strategy. Web-based e-commerce provides easy and better communication between geographically separated buyers and sellers. So web-based e-commerce gives you a facility so that we can gives a facility that we can purchase a product all over the world from all over the world. If the product is not available in India but it is available in USA, we can directly order from the USA. So this is the most profitable benefit of the web-based business. The web provides an array of electronic tools such as email and web pages for e-commerce and its related processes. Web-based businesses are very useful for collecting customer feedback. Characteristics of PR site, marketing site, and sales sites. These are the very easy to navigate. Visitors should be able to easily find the information they are looking for and fast. Call to action, placing the product at eye-catching places on web pages so that visitors may encourage themselves to purchase the product. Offer discounts to the visitors, offer freebies to get visitors' attention. So on the websites, it is very easy to navigate the product. If you are in electronic section, then suddenly you can move towards the apparel section, and whatever the discounts are given on the electronic sections, you can very easily see. Whatever the discounts are available on the apparel section, you can very easily see. So this is a very good type of marketing strategy and business strategies. Attractive design. Site must have attractive header with eye-catching graphics to capture the attention of visitors. Site content must be easy to read. Make use of line breaks, bold words, and bullet points to make sure that visitors can speed read easily. Sticky content. Content of web pages determine the quality of website and product. Sticky content gets visitors to spend more time on the website or gets them to convert the deal in monetary transfers. Credibility is the key to do business. Visitors look for the small signs to determine credibility, such as unique domain name and email address coincides that coincides with that domain name, a toll free number, etc. All these things show that the business is invested in what it does and makes the visitors feel more comfortable about doing business in it. Mobility. Mobile browsing and mobile online shopping are some of the biggest online trends, so it is important to have a website that is easily accessible through mobile and mobile apps. Make users easy to search the desired product. So to make the business website, we must follow all these 6 points. Uh, Easy navigation, call to action, attractive design, sticky content, credibility, and mobility. Portals. A web portal is a specially designed website which brings information together from various sources in a uniform way. They can be accessed from multiple platforms like personal computers, smartphones, and other electronic devices. Differences between web portals and website. Personal login is required in web portal while not in website. Dynamic content changes more frequently than proper websites. A website is a public interface while web portal is public private. Content is generally focused in websites while web portal offers content from diverse sources. Web portal supports the user in multiple tasks while website supports the user in specific tasks. So I hope you will easily understand the difference between portals and websites. Types of web portals. Vertical portals. These portals cover a particular market, one definite industry or domain. Particular market means if it is a market related to the infrastructure site, then you can see the various portals like bricks.com or home.com, in which you can easily buy and purchase your flats, or you can rent it out your flats, etc. So that particular portals are totally focused on the businesses which is related to the homes. Horizontal portals, these portals focus on a wide array of interest and topics, often referred as mega portals. So enterprise portals developed and maintained for use by the members of intranet or enterprise network. Enterprise portals, like in airports or in railway stations, when you want to access the net, you have to first log in into the portal of a particular company who is providing that net. For example, if Tata is providing the internet, uh, then when you first of all, you have to open the portal of that Tata, which is given very easily. You can easily find on the airports, and you have to put your mobile number. Then you will get the OTP, and through the OTP you can get entered. Mm. So this is called the enterprise portals. Knowledge portals, it increases the effectiveness of knowledge by providing easy access to information that is helpful to them in one or more specific roles. So there are so many websites and so many portals which are providing knowledge, uh, just like shiksha.com, career360.com. They have specific they have specific tasks. They are providing the reviews for different colleges and universities. The reviews were the posted by the students and the faculties. So this is called the knowledge portal, where you can get the knowledge of a particular college or university, or you can have some portals which are related to subjects. Uh, so all these belongs to knowledge portals. Market space portals. These portals exist to support the business to business and business to customer, e-commerce, etc., to find and access rich information about the products. Market space portals. These portals exist to support the business to business and business to customer, e-commerce. That means your Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal. All these are market space portals. Then we have vertical portal, specialized website that serves as an entry point to a specific market or industry role, subject area or interest, also called portal. So vertical portals are also called as portal. These are the specialized website that serves as an entry point to a specific market or industry. Vertical portals provide tools, information, articles, research, and statistics on the specific industry or vertical. Vertical information portal contains news, editorial contents, e-commerce capability, etc. Dynamic multimedia applications, social networking, video posting, blogging, etc. So vertical industry brings together people sharing an interest in buying, selling, or exchanging information about that particular industries. So Facebook, you can say Facebook is your vertical portal where you can share your thoughts, you can share your videos, blogging, and etc. etc. Horizontal portal. These are web portals which focus on a wide area of interest and topics. They focus on general audience and try to present something for everybody. Horizontal portals try act as an entry point of a web server into the internet, providing content on the topic of interest and guiding towards the right direction to fetch more related resources and information. Like Yahoo and MSN, Rediff.com, all these are the horizontal portals. Selection and registration of domain name. A domain name is a part of your internet address that comes after www. Domain name becomes business address, so domain name should be selected carefully. Domain name should be easy to remember and easy to type. Domain extensions. The final letter at the end of internet address is known as top level domain names. They are called top level because they are read from right to left and the part after the dot in the highest in a hierarchy. So these are the common generic top level domains like .com for the commercial business, .edu for the education, .gov for US government agencies, .in for international entity, and similarly .gov.in for Indian government agency. So selection and registration of domain name. Registering domain name to get desired domain name registered, following are the steps. Think of a name that justifies the business need. To find out the available names, enter a name at commercial domain name register such as GoDaddy. If the domain name is available, then select that particular domain name. Now it will ask for other optional additional services such as email inbox, hosting, etc. that host can also provide. Now they will ask for personal information which is stored in Whois database. It will then ask for payment information, pay for the purchase made, be attentive while entering the correct payment information. Once done with all above steps, one is ready to use tools to upload this stuff to website. So these are the references for the current lecture. And in the next lecture, we will study about the website development, client and server side, web application architecture, and web authoring tools. Thank you very much.